What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are backing in with an Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be a rarely used tier battle against Joshua, a person I battled off my Discord server. Now, before we get into this Wi-Fi battle, if you guys are enjoying my Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle content, I want to express your gratitude towards my uploads. It would mean a lot to me if you hit the like button, as it helps out my channel a lot more than you think, and it keeps me inspired to put out this daily content for you guys, and it's just much appreciated. Now, Shaniqua is packing a very fun team. I'm actually using an idea that a few of you guys suggested me to use, since I did use a reverse sticky web team already. A few of you guys wanted to see reverse toxic spikes and wanted to see what I can do from abusing toxic spikes. I actually hate toxic spikes. I hate facing against toxic spikes, so me using a team like this is kind of ironic, but I want to see the potential of like what Guts Pokemon can do. Unfortunately though, using a team like this is going to be a lot more difficult because the extent of abusing toxic spike is a lot less than abusing sticky web, because you could use contrary to abuse sticky web, you can use like competitive and defiant, where with like toxic spikes you have Guts and Facade, and that's about it. Honestly, there's like not much you can do with it. Maybe like a Psycho Shift set, but I even thought about that, but every single Psychic type that gets Psycho Shift doesn't even touch the ground, so I'm like, oh, I could use like Kadabra or something, but like what's that gonna do? So on the first turn, I do decide to skill swap because I know 100% he's going to Shell Smash, because every Cloyster is Shell Smashed. Like literally every Cloyster is Shell Smashed. If he was a Hazard side, he would have switched out. So either way, it was a win-win, and we're able to take away a skill link. So if Cloyster wants to get a good damage output, or like the maximum damage output, he has to get extremely lucky. So hoping that since we remove skill link, you know, the RNG is in my favor, and we do get rewarded for running skill swaps out too. So he is going to Icicle Spear and only connect 3 times, which is, and I'm very thankful for. And I'm using Cofagrigus on this team because I needed a Toxic Spiker that isn't a poison type and that, you know, doesn't touch the ground. And I only had like a few choices. I had like Weezing, and I had Cofagrigus, and I already had a Toxic Spike Cofagrigus, and I don't even have a battle ready Weezing, so I'm like, I'll just use Cofagrigus instead, and I am going to go for a Toxic Spike here. And my opponent decides to go for a Shell Smash again. I thought that was very greedy because I could have actually just burned him with a Will-O-Wisp. But then I realized, I'm like, wait, I gave him Magic Bounce. So like in the battle, I was like, why would he go for Shell Smash again? Is he bad? I could just burn him. And now after the battle, I quickly realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I gave him Magic Bounce. So maybe he thought like, wait, why did he give me Magic Bounce? Now I could just auto win the game. But thankfully, the fact that we took away his skilling comes through yet again, and we're able to set up the Trick Room here, which is very nice. Now, unfortunately, since my Cofagrigus is very, very low, I don't think I can abuse Mummy King in this game unless I save Cofagrigus' health bar, but instead, I'm going to take the opportunity to break his Focus Sash. If he was Ice Shard, that would have been very bad. My opponent told me that he's running Explosion over Ice Shard, which is pretty weird. You'd think like maybe Liquidation or like Razor Shell or Ice Shard, but no, Explosion. I can understand why, because the damage output's pretty high and stuff, but like, I don't know, it seems kind of weird. I guess it hits like bulky water types too, so it does make sense. I'm not really gonna knock my opponent for that, especially since I have 2 Explosion uses on this team, being Alolan Golem and Mega Glalie. So I'm gonna go for Earthquake here because the Trick Room, we're able to outspeed the Cloyster, outslow him technically, and we're able to knock out this Cloyster's massive threat to my team. So down goes this monster, and unfortunately for me, my opponent has like the hardest counter in the tier for this kind of team because he has a Mega Steelix, and unfortunately pretty much every member on my team is a physical attacker, and I mean we're facing like the best physical wall like in the game, or one of the best physical walls in the game, so it's gonna be kind of it's going to be kind of difficult to deal with the Steelix, not going to lie. So he is going to Mega Evolve with the Steelix, and I decided to bring in my Glalie as death fodder, honestly. I felt like Glalie could probably tank a Heavy Slam potentially, if he even went for Heavy Slam, and if he didn't, we can, you know, probably tank an Earthquake, or, you know, switch into a Stealth Rocks and go from there. And then we can chunk this thing down with like Stab Facade or Stab Explosion respectively, but he does go for Earthquake. It does do a lot more damage than I thought. However, there was one thing I forgot to take into consideration when I brought in Glalie, and it was that I still had Trick Room active, and so I'm like, oh, I'm about to Mega Evolve with Glalie here, I'm about to boom in his face, do like 50%, it's gonna be fine. And then I realized something, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, Trick Room's still active. But thankfully, my opponent decides to go for Stealth Rocks for some reason, so I'm not complaining. Maybe he thought I'd switch out or something, but yeah, he's gonna lay up the Stealth Rocks here, as now I actually end up misclicking on Laser Focus. I wanted to click Facade, but I misclicked on Laser Focus because I have 3 normal type attacks and then spikes on this set, so I misclicked on Laser Focus, but it actually works out for me. No, actually, it was all according to plan, because now I'm able to go for Stab Refrigerate, you know, 20% increased power, crit explosion, and we're gonna see this damage output on Mega Steelix. Let us see this damage output, and it almost one-shots the Steelix due to a crit, obviously, because due to the guaranteed crit thanks to laser focus, which is very funny. The reason why I have laser focus is because like people bring in like bulky water types, so when you have a guaranteed crit with explosion, like there's not much tank in the attack. Like they'll try to like recover up on you or try to toxic stall you, but not a crit explosion, that's for sure. It was just a set I was experimenting with. I felt like freeze dry wasn't really necessary on this team, so I decided to just not use freeze dry and gave it laser focus because I have so much BP in game. I bought a second choice band just so I can use this team because I'm also choice banded Zangoose. I have choice banded Alolan Golem and choice banded Zangoose with toxic boost and you know stab facade. It's pretty great. Now I'm gonna switch on my Edgelord, expecting Psychic, bring on my Beer Belly as Deathfire because since I don't have Cofagrigus, I really can't use the I never before seen Mummy King strategy on my channel. Unfortunately, I wanted to use Mummy King with Facade with Slaking. That would have been heat, but unfortunately, I kind of misplayed my Cofagrigus. Well, I mean, I didn't misplay it. I just kind of tried to give Cofagrigus too much stuff to do on one team, and so it couldn't quite perform at all, especially since I tried to do it against a Cloyster with Shell Smash. So maybe if I didn't do that, it would have turned out better, but I was able to get up to Toxic Spike, so that kind of evens out in the end. Now I'm able to go for the normal jump Facade. The reason why I do have normal jump Facade is because in case the opponent predicts Pursuit with Mummy King and I'm able to get in Slacking against the against anything, I can either go for just the nuke with Facade with normal jump, or I can just Pursuit trap them. Either way, I can get Mummy because they'll either like not want to switch out and just stack out something because Slacking's that powerful, or they're gonna switch out to try to prevent Mummy and then just gonna get punished by that nuke. So either way, it works out. I thought the set was okay. And now we're going to bring in our Xatu, consume our Colbur Berry because everyone loves targeting Xatu with knockoff, so I figured Colbur Berry isn't that bad to run. As now we're able to actually go for Trick Room because I decided to delete Swagger on the freaking Skill Swap Xatu set because goddamn, that set was awful. It was a funny meme having Skill Swap Swagger with Person Berry, but goddamn, that set was just a big handicap. So instead we're running a intelligence set, have skill swap, and then we have Trick Room. So now I'm able to bring back in the Alolan Golem. We're able to support Alolan Golem at the very least, which is pretty cool. And now since Trick Room's up, we're able to outspeed the majority of my opponent's team. He's gonna bring in his Umbreon here, trying to stall out Trick Room, which does make a lot of sense. Gonna go for Stab Facade with Choice Band. Umbreon should be able to live this, but it just drops. Umbreon just falls over. Holy crap, dude. Alolan Golem has so much raw power, it's nuts. So my opponent's win con was to stall at Trick Room and then with this Feraligatr / Yon Mega, but since my opponent underestimated Alolan Golem, he's going to just lose to Alolan Golem late game because unless the Omega is Focus Sash, it's going to die to Facade, but if it was Focus Sash Omega, I'm sure he would have brought it out already. So now goes the Omega to the Facade, and my opponent's last is the Feraligatr, and we do have one turn of Trick Room left, so unless he's like Protect Dragon Dance Feraligatr, there's no way I can lose this game, and if he's Aqua Jet, I should be able to live because we are max hit points. Gonna go for Facade here, and we're going to overkill this Feraligatr, and that is going to be the end of the battle. It was a very, very fast-paced battle because it was a reverse Toxic Spike team, so not only are you slowly killing yourself, but your team is just so powerful that there's like no switch, and so the battle's going to go by very fast. It depends whoever's team dies first, and this battle actually was like less than 12 minutes in real time, so I already knew this battle was going to be fast paced, but I didn't even think it was going to be like 8 minutes in VS recorder time. Not gonna lie, I thought it would be like 6 minutes, but hey, I'm not complaining. Hope you guys enjoyed this Wi-Fi battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this team as well. If you guys are interested in the Pokemon movesets, they'll be in the description as always. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this Wi-Fi battle and want to support my channel, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the like button, as it helps on my channel a lot more than you think it does, and it's just much appreciated. And yeah, the question of the day is going to be, which Pokemon is your favorite Z-move abuser or sweeper to use in competitive Pokemon? Let me know in the comments down below which Pokemon you enjoy using Z-moves on the most, or if there's like a certain moveset that has a Z-move you enjoy using. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, my favorite Z-move Pokemon to use recently have got to be Swords Dance plus normal Z-move Alolan Eradicate with Hustle, because Hustle plus Z-move has ridiculous damage output, and it's honestly nuts. Like, I used that a lot on the PU ladder when I was laddering like the other day, and it did so much freaking work. It just kills stuff that it probably shouldn't kill, and Hustle plus Z was just a fun combination to use in general. Another Z move I have been having a blast using recently is Z Power Trick Shuckle. Now I know the set is garbage, it's so bad, but it's so bad that it's good, and it just does such funny stuff. Like, I one-shot Rotom Wash with it before. I haven't used it recently, actually. I haven't used it since Sun and Moon, but either way, It's a fun set to use, and it actually inspired me to make a fortress that had the exact same set as it, and I still need to use that set to its fullest potential because I have not used that yet outside of a game where I faced Celestial Landorus, so it wasn't really the greatest game for that fortress set. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Z move abuser is to use in general. But of course, thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye!